since ako naman ang pinaka nauna na pumasok sa Discord, ako na mag-i-intro. So, yeah. So, welcome to the Oddballs Podcast episode number 32. Yan. So, okay. So, kung di nyo natatanong, last week pa dapat kami nakapag-record pero may mga technical issues lang so we have to postpone it. Pero yun, syempre, of course, babawi kami. We are going to watch another content. Maggagatas ulit kami ng mga YouTubers. Magre-react kami together with my friends. So we got Cedric, okay, and Tom, of course. So yan. So kita niyo naman, kompleto kami. Okay, so last episode ay dalawa lang. So expect na mas masaya to. So sana I hope you guys will find it interesting sa mga mga videos na let's say bibigyan namin ng reaction, opinions at kung ano-ano pang mga I guess you may consider it bashing from us. Pero yeah, we're all sports, 'di ba? So yeah, if you don't agree, comment lang din kayo.
Yep.
So, yeah,
tawag
any
dito?
thoughts before we start?
Ako, last episode, ang nagtingin kami ng videos niya, di ba? Ni Manny Pacquiao, breakdown ng fights niya and all of that. Pero ngayon, another Filipino sports legend ulit ang naman namin, titignan namin, which is si Efren Bata. Kasi nung kabataan namin, sabayan sila na on the rise na sikat, na talagang inaabangan ng mga Pilipino pag meron silang laban or pag meron silang laro kay Efren Bata. So si Pacquiao, alam naman natin lahat na talagang shutdown ng buong Pilipinas pag may laban si Pacquiao hanggang matalo siya, hanggang manalo siya matapos yung fight. Dito kay Efren Bata, most likely hindi siya talaga yung katulad ng kay Pacquiao na inaabangan ng lahat ng Pilipino kasi medyo boring kasi yung yung billiard sa ibang tao Pero sa mga tatay natin, sa mga tito, sa mga lolo natin, yan, inaabangan yan tayo, nakikinood lang tayo sa TV Pag sila yung kung sila yung nanonood sa TV, hindi tayo makasingit ng mga anime na gusto natin panoorin So napapanood din natin yung mga laban niya, mga laro ni Efren Bata. But yun nga, sobrang legend yan ito ni Efren Bata. Wala lang kami makita na parang mga breakdowns katulad nung kay Pacquiao na nakita namin. So yeah, at least ngayon nandito si Tom, di ba? Hindi na siya yung lang, static lang, poker face sa reaction sa video.
Sa inyo.
Yeah.
Lagay niyo pa picture ko doon.
Kamusta ka naman, Tom? Kamusta ka naman?
Ayos naman. Okay naman.
LA na LA Iba talaga pag pag amboy
LA.
na Iba talaga pag amboy na.
Amboy.
American na kasi itong kaibigan namin
American.
Yan. Anyway,
Pero kanina nabanggit mo, interesting lang din kasi na na yung, sabi mo nga yung ibang Pinoy tingin nila boring yung yung billiards or pool. Pero siguro that's one of the reasons. Pwede ring kasi si Earl Strickland, isa sa mga OGs, 'di ba? From the US, isa yun sa mga pinaglalaban din niya kasi I think di lang naman sa Pilipinas. Parang ang tingin sa billiards parang it's just a game for for hustlers, 'di ba? Sa mga betting ganyan. Parang hindi talaga siya seneryoso as like mainstream na sports. So, doon ko narinig yun dati kay Earl Strickland na billiards is more than just a game. It should be a sports or a sport, I mean. So, ayun. Kaya ewan ko, tingin ko ganyan din talaga yung sa aura ni Earl Strickland or sa get up niya, meron pa siyang gloves. Parang gusto niya talagang ipakita
Seryoso,
or ayun ang pinaglalaban niya talaga na na for siya. It's not just for for gambling. So sa
Mm.
atin, ewan ko, issue ba sa inyo yun? Para sa akin kasi ano din naman eh. It's kind of serious pero at the same time ano eh, parang may charm din siya pag gano'n yung tingin natin tulad dito sa Pilipinas na for hustlers din eh.
Mhm.
Kasama yon saka sa Pilipinas ang dami ring ano ang dami ring um, ang dami ring mga kahit saan ka pupunta meron ka mapaglalaroan ng billiards, 'di ba? Kasi
Mhm.
hindi sa US ano yan mga or sa kahit sa ibang bansa usually yan sa mga bars, 'di ba? Mga bars and ano, mga pubs. Dito sa Pilipinas merong wala, may billiard ano lang, billiard table lang kung saan man. Pasok ka lang doon, maglalaro kang billiard. O kaya yung ano ba tawag doon? Yung flat na circle yung mga bola nila. Hindi
Hmm.
billiard ang tawag doon eh.
Ayun.
Yung puro pulbos yung table kasi pampadulas ng ano.
Oo. Oo.
Oo, yung pool, oo.
Mm.
Ano ba tawag
Oo,
doon
meron
sa
ganun
ganun?
sa'min dati, eh,
Hindi siya billiard eh kasi billiard is ano bilog yung ano spherical
sa'min tawag lang sa'min dun ano eh, pool lang.
pool lang.
Pool, yeah, pool lang. Mm.
Oo, pool, gano'n.
Yun, marami rin ganun sa Pilipinas eh. Sa kahit saan. Sa Malabon, meron kami malapit to na ganun na mapaglalaroan mo eh. Anyway, actually, kahit
Mm.
mga bata, di ba gumagawa sila ng mga maliliit na billiard table na rectangle. Tapos, ang bola nila mga Jolene marbles.
Mm.
Tapos yung gilid nun, goma.
Oo,
Goma yung
Oo, goma.
homemade.
parang
Nakagawa na ako nun.
homemade.
Mm.
Di ba? Homemade na pool table. Pero goma.
Mm.
DIY lang. Tapos marbles yung binibira. So, somehow, syempre iba pa rin yung basketball sa pagiging sikat sa Pilipinas. Pero meron
Mhm.
tayong parang uh, meron tayo nasa puso ng mga Pilipino rin na maglaro ng billiards. Ewan ko lang mga kabataan ngayon kung naglalaro pa ng ganun, gumagawa pa ng ganyan. Kasi puro cellphone at iPad na yung ng mga kabataan ngayon eh.
Kaya nga eh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sige.
Pero ayun nga, siguro I changed my mind din siguro. Is siguro issue nga siya na hindi natin gayon kaseneryoso kasi dumating yung phase na ang dami nating ano eh, professional billiard
Oo,
players na
Django
eh, 'no?
Bustamante.
Parang highly commercialized, 'di ba? Maraming sponsors, 'di ba? Parang siguro kung na-push pa natin yung ano, yung sports na yun, like maraming nagpapa-tournaments like hanggang ngayon, siguro mas marami pa sigurong, na-produce na magagaling eh, 'no?
Mhm.
Possible din naman kasi na hindi lang siya talaga mainstream na. Unlike before nung naglalaro pa si Efren Bata. Kasi one of the things that I've realized nung nag-start kami ni Janine na mag free diving is, di ba, parang pag hindi ka nag-join ng free diving or pag hindi mo pa na-try, wala ka pa dun sa circle na yon, parang hindi mo wala ka idea kung anong meron sa kanila, di ba? Yung ginagawa nila, kung anong ganap sa kanila. Pero nung nandun na kami sa circle na yon, mas nakita ko na parang ang dami masyado nagpe-free diving sa Pilipinas bigla. Kasi nandun na ako nakikita ko na yung ganap ba. So most likely, ganun din naman siguro sa ibang sports na siguro dahil we are outside looking in, hindi natin nakikita yung mga ganap kung may mga tournaments or kung merong mga may mga laro kasi hindi naman mainstream eh, di ba? So ngayon ako halimbawa kami.
Tsaka sa diving ano, 'di ba? May, 'di ba parang tingin natin recreational lang siya. Sa
Mm.
diving ba meron ba din yang mga parang formal events or
Yes.
parang gano'n,
Merong
sports tournament, gano'n?
Oo, may mga competition. Actually, sa free diving kasi iba-ibang discipline siya sa free diving. Meron yung no fins, so wala kang fins pero magda-dive ka. Palaliman kasi yun eh. Yung ano. Tapos meron din yung sa pool lang. Pool. Pero in one breath, dire-diretso, ilang meters. Parang sprint type. kung gaano kalayo yung makakover mo na distance pabalik-balik sa pool, sa lap pool, ganyan. Meron din yung patagalan lang ng static, which is patagalan lang ng hininga. Meron ding yung monofin na diving. So iba-iba siyang discipline. May competition din na ganun. Actually, may mga kakilala kami na nagko-compete kahit sa ibang bansa. Last time sa Japan. Compete sila sa Japan. Ang competition. So ayun, may mga ganun din. Yun nga, 'di ba? So syempre kami, nandun kami sa circle na yun. So alam namin, nakikita namin na may ganung scene. May mga ganung competition. Pero sa ibang tao, hindi naman nila alam yun.
Ay, ganun pala.
May
Yeah. Hindi ko lang
competitive
nalaman.
element.
Sa bagay, din kasi, depende rin kasi sa entertainment value ng game na yun or kung gaano siya ka-popular, di ba, sa isang lugar.
Kasi syempre, yung
Yeah,
bawa sa
so-
free diving competition, ang mostly mga ka-appreciate nun is yung mga nagpe-free diving lang din, di ba? Pero dun sa mga casual audiences, parang hindi siya ganun ka-exciting. Kasi bababa lang naman kayo eh. Pero hindi naman alam ng mga tao kung gaano kahirap yun. Nalalalim ka ng ilang meters sa dagat. Diba? Kasi pag umabot ka na ng mga 70, 100 meters sa dagat, may hallucinations ng kasama. Kasi hindi ka humihinga, yung oxygen mo nade-deplete na, so nade-deprive na ng oxygen yung brain mo. So nagkakaroon ka na, yung iba sinasabi nila merong hallucination part na nangyayari. Kung ano nakikita mo sa ilalim. So more on mental game kasi pagdating sa free diving eh. Kasi meron naman tayong natural dive reflex. Yung sinasabi nila na MDR, mammalian dive reflex, which is na-activate siya. Same sa mga whales, di ba? Kaya sila nasa tubig. Yan. May ganun din tayong sa katawan ng mga tao. Dormant lang siya kasi hindi tayo palagi nasa tubig. Pero na-activate siya kapag lagi kang nagda-dive. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
It's quite
Parang
fascinating.
no? Di ba? So, di ba mayroon tayong mga kababayan like sa South, like Tawi-Tawi yata yun, Sulu. Yung sabi nila,
mga badyag.
nag-evolve na daw sila, di ba?
Mga badya.
Mas tumatagal
Oo,
sila
ano.
sa ilalim.
Yun nga kasi ibig sabihin kasi
Yeah.
dahil lagi silang dive ng dive sa pagkuha ng mga lamang dagat for food, sustenance, ganyan. So na-activate na yung nila, mammalian dive reflex nila. Ma-activate mo naman yun talaga lagi. Every time na mapupunta ka sa ilalim ng dagat. Yun lang, mental game lang talaga dahil pag nasa ilalim ka kasi papraning ka, 'di ba? Pag hindi ka na nakakahinga. Yun kasi yun din yung kalaban mo eh. Yung instinct mo to breathe, yun. Sabi nga nila. Pero, mind over matter lagi yan eh.
Alam mo, gusto kong pag-usapan pa yan ng mahaba eh. Pero, babalik na tayo kay
Balik na tayo sa
Efren.
billiards.
Talaga, eh.
Balik na tayo sa billiards. Yeah, panoorin natin tong
Okay.
Kailangan ko mag-switch. Ito. Hindi pa namin papanood to inopen lang namin for preparation. Sige.
Oh, si Strick lang
America
dyan.
had legends,
Earl the Pearl.
champions, titans of the table. But every time they faced one man, they lost. Over and over again. His name? Efren Bata Reyes. And for decades, that's the United States just couldn't figure him out. Before Efren Reyes ever set foot in an American pool hall, the United States was the undisputed king of Q sports. Names like Mike Siegel, Buddy Hall, and Earl Strickland ruled the game. They dominated tournaments, pool magazines, and backroom money matches. Pool in America was fast, assertive, aggressive, punchy, flashy.
Nila nang
No
galing eh, diba?
outsider had ever come in and truly challenged that dominance until the magician arrived. In the mid-1980s, whispers of a mysterious Filipino player began to spread.
Aura
He was
farming.
quiet, unassuming, and devastating on the table. Efren Reyes came to the US under a fake name, Cesar Morales. Why? Because he didn't want anyone to know who he was. In smoky underground pool halls across America, he took down champion after champion, often before they even realized who they were playing. The word got out, America had a problem, and that problem was named Efren.
Raised in a victory salute. He'll be leaving Cardiff on cloud 9
Damn.
tonight.
The magician, Efren Bata Reyes.
Efren didn't just play pool, he saw it. Angles that others couldn't see, cue ball control that looked like witchcraft. While American players relied on power and pace, Efren used touch, control, and geometry. He played like he was 2 steps ahead. In 1994, he won the US Open 9-ball championship, the first non-American to ever do it. And he didn't just win, he dominated. They called it magic. But for Efren, it was just pool.
He's finally going to win a major championship. It's going to be the U.S. Open. You know, you really have to feel good for Reyes. You know, I mean,
I
so
tell you,
many
that's a great
times.
match. Efren Reyes is the happiest guy in the whole world right now. I tell you what, he really looks happy now.
Yeah, you know he's happy.
First
The
non-American
onus was
to
on
win the
Reyes
US
to
Open.
perform well. He did perform well. He came up dry 3 or 4 straight times.
Sobrang-
He broken the balls.
Sobra pa naman yung pride ng mga
But maybe the most
Americans,
dangerous
ano.
part of Efren's game
Mas kinala lang.
was
Totoo
his
yan.
mind.
Peak Efren.
He never showed emotion, no fist pumps, no trash talk, just silence. While others cracked under pressure, Efren stayed calm, deadly calm.
Aura farming.
He'd let opponents
Yoyo
think
sila.
they had him
Ang
beat,
itsura ni ano.
then strike back. With safeties and shots no one
Yan
else
no,
would dare
yung shot
attempt.
na yan no.
Earl Strickland once said,
Grabe, no?
Efren plays shots
Ganda.
no one else sees. He
Iconic.
gets into your head. It wasn't just skill, it was psychological warfare, hidden behind a soft smile. Time after time, Efren took down America's best. In 1996, he beat Earl Strickland in a race to 120, the famous Color of Money match. The prize? $100,000. The result? Efren silenced the crowd. He didn't just win matches, he won fans, respect, and fear. Johnny Archer, Shane Van Boning, Nick Varner, they all tried. They all fell.
Yan na, yan na. Where?
Ano komplikado pa eh, no? Show off din eh.
Pero yung mga trick shot na yun, hindi yung parang exhibition lang eh. Talagang natural na
Why
laban
couldn't
yun eh.
America beat
Diba?
Efren
Ang galing.
Reyes? Because they were playing checkers, and he was playing chess. Where they relied on power, he relied on precision. Where they rushed, he waited. He didn't just play pool, he outthought it. Years of hustling in Manila's wild pool halls shaped him. No coach, no luxury, just pure survival. By the time he reached America, he was sharper than any Q-tip on earth. Today, Efren Bata Reyes is more than a champion. He's a legend, a myth, a master. He changed American pool. He humbled giants, and he inspired a generation. They couldn't beat him. Because Efren wasn't just trying to win, he was rewriting the game.
You mentioned during the live stream that Efren was your greatest opponent. I think most people would guess that if I would have asked you. But the question is, did you immediately recognize how good Efren was and that you and him would have this long battle that lasted your career, or did it take you a while to realize that, holy crap, this Efren guy's not going away? I got to play this guy for decades.
Well, he won the first tournament he came here and played.
Yeah.
I think I finished. Third. I would have played him.
Did you know in that
I think
tournament?
Billy Johnson beat me. He played Billy Johnson in the finals, and then Billy Johnson, the first time he saw him play, and he beat him in a tournament, he told everybody he was the greatest player he'd ever seen.
Wow.
So, but he was right, and I don't think anybody really thought about it. You know, he played one tournament, but
Right.
he kept winning and kept, making all these crazy shots, which we thought were luck in the beginning,
Until he keeps doing
Until
it.
he
You're
keeps
like,
doing it, and then he's the greatest kicker there's ever been, without a doubt.
Right.
Of course, all them Filipino guys kick good. I don't know. They're just born to kick good. I don't know. It's a tough country over there, you know. I was just over there, and they're the toughest players on the planet, without a doubt. The most resilient, because they're fighting for anything they can get. You know, it's a tougher life there than it is here, and even though I grew up with nothing, literally, I was born on a farm, grew up under a tobacco stalk,
When did you realize that Efren was as good as you came to see that he is? Do you remember the moment you realized how good he was?
I didn't think I was that good when I first saw him at the tournament in Houston. It took a while.
Yeah.
For me, to start seeing how good he was. Yeah.
If this story gave you chills, hit that like button. Subscribe for more pool legends and underdog stories. And share this with someone who...
Pero ano pa rin siya. Nandun pa rin yung display ng humility ni Earl Strickland, knowing him, kung gaano siya ka-intense. Para siyang version ng interview ni Charles Barkley. Nung tinanong siya, paano mo na-consider na si MJ is the GOAT? Simula nung tinalo daw siya doon sa finals. I'm not sure if that was game 5 or 4, pero that moment daw inamin na ni Charles Barkley sa sarili niya na MJ is better than him. So parang dito sa version ni Earl Strickland, doon na rin niya inamin.
Yun nga, same nung sinabi ni Larry Bird ba yun? Nung nakita niya rin si Michael Jordan, di ba? Bata pa si Jordan noon, hindi pa nanalo ng championships. Ayan. Kaya tinawag niyang Black Jesus di ba? Si Jordan. Nung nakita nila, greatest player that you've seen. So, parang ganun din yung parang ganun din yung naging story kay Efren sa mga pool players.
Yeah. Tsaka na-observe ko sa video na to kasi parang ang pagkakilala natin kay Efren, lang patawa-tawa, pangiti-ngiti eh. Pero ang nakita ko dito sa video, pag hawak niya na pag turn niya na dun sa billiard table, siya yung titira. Kita mo yung mukha niya, cold-blooded eh. Yung shot with yung kasama yung billiard stick doon. Parang hindi siya parang seryoso talaga. Laser focus.
Locked in. Locked in na pag nasa
Oo, locked in.
Talaga. Tingin tayo ng mga shots ni Efren. Wala masyadong shots ni Efren doon na.
Eto pre, meron akong link. May top 7 eh. Lagay ko sa natin sa baka yung iba dito nakita na natin pero
Discord chat.
Sa Discord chat.
Ayun.
Ito, okay. Nakita ko na ito kanina.
Top 30 shots.
Ito yan.
In this video, you can watch the 7 famous shots of the magician Efren Reyes that shocked the pool world and were admired by fans worldwide.
Giao Tom.
Shout out kay Jouton. Sa kanila yung channel yun, Legend.
Number 7.
Oo.
This shot happened in 2010 in Vigo, Spain, where Efren Reyes was there for the Spanish Open. And while Efren was drinking and watching a friendly match, the players noticed him until they asked him to try a difficult shot. Efren even said,
Tatambay lang pala
but
siya
while
doon.
holding a sandwich wrapper and still having a bag on his shoulder, Efren Reyes undoubtedly made the shot and showed them a 2-rail kick shot. And the crowd couldn't believe what the
Parang
magician
casually
did.
lang, no? Okay.
Most of them couldn't believe what they saw. Let's watch again.
Daming fanboys, ha?
Efren waved his cue stick as a sign of his gratitude to the fans. Efren Reyes is really a humble person. Number 6. Our sixth amazing shot by Efren Reyes happened in the 2005 US Open 9-ball championship match against John Schmidt. This happened in the first rack of their match.
First gentleman is a player representative for Woodpecker Cues.
Nothing down on the break.
US Open 9-ball championship.
John didn't pocket even one ball on the break, and Efren showed early defense here. John responded with a good defense and hid the cue ball behind the number 4 ball.
On the senior tour from Columbus, Ohio, one of the hardest working guys in the business.
That's what he's trying to do to him. Look at the speed of this shot.
Efren answered this with another kick safe and placed the cue ball behind the number 6 ball.
Great shooting. And of course, Efren, master of the kick
May
safe.
tactical na,
John's shot didn't go well.
He can get out of.
Totoo.
Palitan sila ng safety.
Kasi magpa-foul kapag
And Efren made another
ibang
safety shot
bola
here.
yung tinawag.
Virginia Beach, Virginia, please welcome back your own Dave Selbrady.
See what he did there? See the cue ball control? He hit the rail and he had reverse of the ball.
John made another safety shot, and it became a safety battle between the two.
And whack it.
Thank you.
Yan ang version ng saksakan sa
Right
billiards.
here. Look at this kick. He returned the favor.
And here, Efren Reyes will show an amazing shot that will surprise the audience.
May nakita na siya.
They all come to watch Reyes.
World champion from Greensboro, North Carolina, please welcome the mighty Earl.
That was one of the times. You see what he did there?
Nakita niyo na yung
goodness.
mundo.
Wow, unbelievable. Let's watch it again.
Sabi ni Efren, enough of this.
Sige na, titira. Ano yun?
Tignan mo, pinasuot niya sa atin sa number 8 yata yan. Ay, hindi.
Sa-
Number 7.
7.
Na ball.
Oh.
Green eh.
Number 5. Efren Reyes' fifth famous shot happened on the 16th rack in the 2000 World 9-ball Championship against Steve Davis.
2000.
Two down.
Steve pocketed the number 2 ball on his break.
Many dry mouths. Still with dry mouths, they'll yell if Davis keeps this up. And
He pocketed the number 1 ball in the corner pocket.
here he goes then. The position vital as the red goes down.
He also pocketed the number 3 ball.
So Davis under as much pressure as you
Six
can
pala yung
imagine.
green
Yeah.
6.
Ah, 6.
Steve made a safety shot here, placing the cue ball behind the number 6 ball.
And now it's the champion's turn to be under pressure. Snookered to within an area the size of a
Nasa hill na
pound
pala si
coin.
ano.
And Efren hit the number 4 ball, and the shot was open for Steve.
But rest assured,
Uy.
Steve has done this on his own. He is beating Reyes at his own game, potting him.
Yung walang siniset up ka lang yan.
Parang mali yung ano dun.
Steve pocketed the number 4 ball, but his preparation was not good for the number 5 ball.
Playing this in the spirit.
Tignan mo
Jump
si
there.
Efren.
Going out.
And Steve
Sige,
made another safety
sige.
shot here.
Ako
He
ubus
put the
niyan.
cue ball behind
Set
the
up
number
lang
9
yan.
ball.
Vicious. Absolutely vicious snooker.
Well, this is going to take everything that Reyes has under that
Then go
helmet to
chat,
be able to
go
hit this
chat.
one.
Efren thought about what he would do. And here, Efren Reyes showed an amazing shot that pool fans will never forget.
Ayun, yung
the
angle
five on
niya,
if he hits
kinuha
it.
niya.
Can he get enough of the side cushion?
Of course.
They say he's the greatest
Alright.
kicker out of snookers to park in the world.
Tahimik yung babae din.
How do you reply to
Grabe,
that?
oh.
Let's watch it again.
Boom.
Number 4.
Sabihin niya, swerte lang.
Kunwari
The
nahirapan.
fourth famous shot of Efren Reyes
Get
happened
lucky,
in the
get
fifth
lucky.
rack during his match against Jung Young Hwa for the final match of the 2004
Swerte
Asian
lang daw,
9-ball
swerte.
tour.
好，那么郑容和到目前为止表现得相当不错啊，大家看看这种情形有没有办法维持下去。
Jung pocketed the number 3 and number 8 balls in his break.
近代的球是3号跟8号啊，打。非常难打，结果打得太薄了，哎，
Ayun.
形成了一个
Jung took a safety shot here. He hit the cue ball behind the number 9 ball.
好，我们来看发生什么事情啊？这个为什么会形成吊球啊？这相当幸运的一个吊球。
Galing na safety shot yun, ha?
Ano, kasi nasa kabila yung ano, Juan. Oh, paano yan?
Galing na safety shot.
好，可能要解3颗星啊。1、2、3，哎呦！
Grabe naman yun.
Ang galing talaga
Ang
gumana.
dami niyang
And
pinabanda,
because of
no?
Efren's unique
Yeah,
skill,
Ang nilusutan
he showed
eh.
off a
1,
4-rail kick shot to hit the number
3.
1 ball and pocket it. Wow, unbelievable. Even the crowd was surprised by what Efren Reyes did. Number 3. This shot
Cheat
was
code
shown
na
by
cheat code
Efren
eh.
Reyes in his match in a rotation game. Race to 4 exhibition match against fellow Filipino Renato Alcano. This was shown in rack number 2 of their match.
Exhibition here. Efren Bata Reyes.
Ayun, may nahulog po sa break ni Efren.
Break by Efren Reyes, he dropped the number 1 ball.
Itong laban na to.
Well, mahirap sabihin talaga.
Mahirap, ano?
Si Alcano,
Parehas
magaling
na
din.
mahusay.
World champion din yan,
Kung ano
si
yung
Ronnie
dulo
Alcano.
nitong si Efren, eh, mukhang narating na rin.
He also pocketed the number 2 ball.
Lower left corner. But I'm sure Efren Bata Reyes can weave some of his magic to find a way.
Pero malakas mag-break.
The number 3 ball
malakas
was
mag-break
pocketed,
yan, ah.
but his preparation for the number 4 ball was not good.
Off the rail here for Efren Bata Reyes. And he's hoping for a safety. Makukuha ba niya?
And he hits a kick shot to hit the number 4 ball.
Oo. Yan yung pagbabalik ni Ronnie Alcano sa mesa. Hindi pa ganun kadali yung binigay sa kanyang tiro dito ni Efren Bata Reyes. At mailulusot ba niya? Safety. Perfectly executed by Ronnie Alcano. Halos lahat ng bola ang binara niya doon sa gitna.
Ronnie Alcano answered that with a wonderful safety shot to hide the cue ball.
Binibilang dito, every ball that you sink, kung ano po yung numero na nakalagay doon, ina-add po yan.
Yung ganyang klaseng color sa TV, parang nostalgic, ano?
Cluster ng mga bola.
Oo.
Kung akalakas sumargo, unless na makakaulog ka ng marami, talagang maraming obstacle, ano?
Kaya dito sa laro na tong rotation rack, nagtatagal eh. Dahil dito mo nakikita kung sino yung mas magaling dumepensa.
Efren thought about what he was going to do until
Looking up. Oh,
Bigla na lang yun. Bigla na lang.
Galing, no? Parang yun, nahuhula ako tatapos lang yung bola, no?
Wait lang.
Saan niya pa tatamain yung... Tignan mo yun, no?
He made
Ulitin
it
natin.
3
Diba?
Kasi una,
he was going to do, and
Dito mo nakikita.
una
kung
sabi niya
sino
dito.
yung obstacle,
Dito
ano?
kaya.
Kaya dito sa laro na tong routine ng rock nagtatagal eh. Dahil dito mo nakikita kung
Tapos
sino
dito,
yung mas
walang
magaling
tansya-tansya.
depensa.
Efren thought about what he was going to do until
King up.
Basta tinihan.
Meron siyang magical na line. Nakikita.
Shot by Efren Reyes.
May guide siya, may magical guide.
Oo. Meron siyang ano eh, no? Parang nakita ko na to,
he made a 3-railed kick
Grabe,
shot to hit the ball and
napakagandang
pocketed in
safety
the
na nga
corner
yung
pocket.
ginawa ni Alcano.
You can see the smile on Efren's face.
Yung mga angles talaga.
Oy.
The
Yan.
fans couldn't believe the shot made by the magician, Efren Reyes.
Hindi
Let's
dahil
watch this
DiCaprio
awesome
moment.
shot again.
Alam mo naman yun. 1, 2, 3. Eksakto.
May
Pink
ano,
up on the floor.
screen time pa si Joel
Number
Villanueva.
2. This number
Dahil
2 shot
DiCaprio
by the
moment yun.
magician Efren Reyes happened in the 3-day challenge called 2010 Changzhou 10-Ball Challenge of Legends. The match was a race to 60 10-ball affair in Jiangsu Province, China.
Pause. Sorry.
I-ano lang muna natin. Steady lang natin yung ano.
Lulubayan ng ano?
Wala eh.
Yung ano. Oo, tama.
Okay. Game.
Game.
It was against Chao Fong.
Okay lang, wait lang saglit. Sorry. Okay lang, saglit lang.
Sige lang.
Sige. Isasalang ko lang yung ano sa ano washing.
Sige, go.
Grabe yung shot na yun.
Doon ako nagulat eh. Iba yung tinatansya niya nung una. Tapos nung lumipat, biglang tinira na lang. Wala nang isip-isip.
Okay na pala.
Talagang ano, may nakikita talaga siyang ano, something na ano, hindi natin inaakala.
Nakikita, no?
Oo.
Okay na to?
Grabe yung ano niya. Okay na, si Suno na lang.
Yari si Tom.
Baka madali ka dyan, ha?
Hindi. Sabi niya siya lang daw.
Hirap yan.
Wala, no sarcasm detected. No sarcasm detected.
Abort mission. Game.
Sige, game.
Number 2. This number 2 shot by the magician Efren Reyes happened in the 3-day challenge called 2010 Changzhou 10-Ball Challenge of Legends. The match was a race to 60 10-ball affair in Jiangsu Province, China. It was against Chao Fongpang. Here, Chao Fongpang was thinking hard about what to do because the cue ball was behind the balls and there was no good shot for the number 1 ball.
解球的方式有2边的颗星弹过来解1号球，我们看这个球它是哪一种打法。
Jump.
直接打中1号球，这球难度非常高，这是非常难打的一个跳球。
And he decided to make a jump shot. The audience was impressed by what he did. But they didn't know that Efren Reyes' next shot would be one of the most popular in the world of pool.
非常高，这球是跳得不错。
Ang layo ng kick shot na, hindi pa ever.
Here, Efren was thinking about his shot to make until
人面杀手啊，能够啊，
Yan
没有招数啊
naman.
看张 Efren， 这个更高级，这更高级。
Ano yun?
wow,
Grabe.
imagine. Efren hits the
Tinamaan
corner
yung kanto
cushion of
ng
the
ano.
side pocket with a
Ano,
side
ano?
spin on the cue ball and goes
Ano
straight
yan?
to the number 1 ball.
Excuse me lang. Excuse me. Grabe.
This shot is amazing because the cue ball didn't even hit the number 8 ball. And this is what they call
Kaya nga.
Efren Reyes, the L shot. Efren's talent is unmatched.
Ika'y gumagawa ng sarili mong shot, no? L shot.
Number 1.
L shot.
This number 1 shot by Efren Reyes is the
Kailangan
most
ko
famous
pag-aralan
and
sa
greatest
Efren
shot
Bata
ever in pool history.
Yung
This is a
Z-shot.
match between Efren, the magician Reyes, and
Oh,
Earl,
yan.
the Pearl Strickland.
Infamous Z
It
shot.
took place on June 11, 1995, for the race to 13 match in the 1995 Sands Regency Open 9 ball. It was a hill-hill match. The match was tied at 12-12, and in the last rack of this match, Efren showed his magic that made the crowd go crazy.
With the one solid. You don't want to... Ooh,
The one's going to go to the center of the table, possibly.
we got a few...
Earl made the break, and he pocketed the number 2 ball.
He's drawing it underneath there. He got around and gave him a shot.
No, he gave him a shot. Now, Reyes.
Earl's safety shot didn't go well here.
He's going to hit it so where the cue ball will then go maybe into the 9 or possibly a quarter of the way back up table.
And Efren easily pocketed the number 1 ball.
He can make the 4 ball. He's not going to shoot. He's just going to draw. And he's shooting this ball. Here's one of them spin shots.
The bing. Ooh.
Does he hit these shots good?
Perfectly hit.
That's like wimpy.
Next, he pocketed the number 3 ball and had a good preparation for the number 4 ball. Efren is thinking about his preparation for the number 5 ball.
Come out of there. Maybe he'll go into the 6 or not. Doesn't matter. All he has to do is just draw this ball, and it's going to bump off the 6. Just make sure you don't draw it too strong. Just nip the top side of it here. Just draw it straight back just a little bit. Just a little bit, I said. What? He didn't have to do that. You see what I'm talking?
He made a draw shot on the number 4 ball, but Efren was not satisfied with his shot.
He figured the 9 was going to go into the 6 and he was going to move the 6.
Well, he might have figured that, yeah. He must have figured that, otherwise why would he shoot it like
Sure,
that?
see, no. That shot's available, and then he can use the 6 as an interfering ball. If he pockets the bank, he'll have the 6 to shoot. Oh no, he didn't. Watch the 8. Watch the 8.
Oh my goodness.
And Efren made a safety shot here, but the number 5 ball accidentally hit the 8 ball and pocketed it.
Accidentally.
Parang yung bola na mismo umaayon kay Efren. Kahit ayaw niya yatang ipasok.
Earl Strickland was very happy with what happened. Now the cue ball is behind the number 6 ball. Efren thought carefully about what he was going to do, studying the table, and because of his skill and courage in matches like this next shot will be the greatest pool shot of all time.
Oh, what a bad roll, huh?
Horrible roll. Horrible roll. Horrible.
Yan siguro yung nagsemento sa kanya bilang greatest player talaga, no? Z-shot.
Going to the left-hand cushion, just missing the 7
Yung
ball.
counterpart ng the shot ni Michael Jordan against Jazz.
I don't like this shot because, like you said, and you might miss this ball.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Grabe, no?
Efren hit the number 5 ball with a 2 rail kick shot to pocket it. Amazing.
I quit. Sige na. Ikaw na panalo.
The crowd as well as the commentators, especially Earl Strickland, could not believe it.
You have seen everything.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Even Efren was amazed at his shot. And this is where the most famous Z shot by the magician Efren Reyes became known around the world.
Ayun, no? Grabe yung tinakbo ng bola na yan.
And he's falling a little short of the mark. Now he has to go. That's it. He's home. He's home. What a finish.
What a finish,
What
huh?
a finish.
Couldn't get no better, man. No wonder you asked
Finish.
GG's.
Respect.
Efren won this match.
Respect.
Kahit ako kung after nung C-shot, makikipagkaway na ako Kung ako yun Sige na. Natin tuloy ito. Lokohan lang ito.
Ano kayo black si Efren yung gumagano
Goodness, what a shot and what a time to come with a shot like that.
And those are 7 of the most famous shots of the magician, Efren Reyes. Shots that seem to be mixed with magic. That's why he was called the Magician. Shots that have made a mark in the history of pool. For you, what is the most famous and best shot
Magician
by
no? Kasi
Efren
yung
Reyes?
ibang
Comment
players,
below. Thank you for watching.
hindi nakikita
Don't
yung
forget
mga
to
ganong shots.
Ito lang.
Uy, wait lang.
Grabe na Efren, no?
Pag-usapan natin yung order. Yung tingin niyo yung ano, yung top 1 and 2. Tama ba yung order nun? Parang ano visually mas maganda
Close,
yung
no?
ano, number 2 Or
Oo, no, yung L shot.
number
Yung L
1
shot.
L
talaga
shot.
deserving talaga.
Hindi, yung one, ano
Siguro
naman
yung
dahil...
ano,
Hindi, go Tom, sorry.
oh, para sa akin siguro yung ano, yung difficulty nung ano, nung match dun sa number 1, knowing the fact na yung tinira niya yung safety shot, sana accidentally napasok yung isang ball. Tapos yung yung kalaban niya parang nagse-celebrate dun sa pagkakamali niya, and then pinatunayan ni Efren na magaling talaga siyang player. Sa tingin ko yun yung ano, deserve niya yung number 1 spot dun. Oo. Panalo pa, 'di ba? Hindi niya pinatira yung
In
number
terms
9.
of ano, no?
Hindi kasi ano yun
In terms of drama.
12-12 na yung match. Last table na yata yun
Oo,
yung...
hill.
Tapos ginawa niya yun bigla. Under pressure. Na pag nagkamali ka, talo ka sa match. So deserving naman yung Z-shot as number 1. So kasi talagang...
Pero kasi yung L shot kakaiba yun Siyempre parang on a verge na mapapasok mo
Mind blown
yung ano, yung cue ball, 'di ba? Yun pala patatamain mo ng intentional doon sa ano, sa kanto, tapos gaganon yung bola. What if hindi naging ganon, 'di ba? Pero ano, you can
ang possibility nun,
parang i-take the risk.
Ang possibility nun, ma-shoot doon sa pocket yung cue ball mo or bumanda lang.
Exactly.
Hindi siya EL, di ba?
Oo, gumanon lang. Oo, hindi siya EL. Ang galing no? Pero sinong ano, 'di ba? Sinong magaling na player gagawa no na alam mo, there would be a chance na hindi papasok yun, hindi gagana yun, 'di ba? Pero Efren bata yun
Agree naman ako. Like number 1 din naman talaga yung Z-shot. Kasi yung L shot, yes, talagang maganda siya tignan din sa video. Pero para siyang ano ako di naman ako full expert. Pero I think para siyang trick shot na pag
Trick shot,
inulit-ulit
yeah.
mong practicein, 'di ba? Talagang makukuha siya kahit siguro yung mga low level or average na billiard players 'pag inulit-ulit. Tingin ko makukuha din nila yon. Pero yung sa Z-shot kasi, alam mo yung mga circumstances na gano'n, napunta ka sa gano'n, parang, at that moment, 'di ba, ginawa niya yung play na yun. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
mahirap talaga yun.
With the game on the
Only to
line.
show talaga na wizarding.
Yeah.
The game on the line.
With the game on the line. Fate of the
Oo.
universe. Fate of the universe on the line.
Grabe 'no? Efren bata 'no?
Galing no? Pag balikan mo
Mhm.
yung mga plays niya talagang nakakabilib pa rin talaga hanggang ngayon.
Oo. Totoo yan.
Kasi ang hirap nun kasi yan din yung mahirap sa billiards no? Kasi pag binigyan ka ng magandang depensa nung kalaban mo, wala wala kang choice, minsan magpa-foul ka na lang. Kasi may mga ganun akong match na napanood before nung bata ako na dahil sobrang ganda ng safety, wala, pa-foul na lang. Tapos ang mahirap pa sa mga ganyan pag naka-safety, hindi mo pag dikit na dikit yung cue ball doon sa ibang bola, may possibility na yung stick mo masagi yung ibang bola pag ano ka titira ka foul din yon kapag nangyari yun. So talagang ang daming technicalities na kailangan mong isipin sa pool
Kaya na-appreciate ko din yung isa sa mga plays doon yung nagpalitan sila ng safety, 'di ba, na like 3 or 4, 'di ba? Bago naisip ni Efren na na i-end yung career nung kalaban niya. Grabe yun.
Wag mo
Marami
ako
na siyang
sinusubukan.
version ng ganong klaseng difficulty.
Hindi kaya ano, kasi sabi ko nga kanina, parang ang ballsy ni Efren na gawin yung mga gano'ng play sa mga high stake na tournament, eh, ano.
Mhm,
Hindi kaya
mhm.
yung sa environment niya din kasi 'di ba napapaligiran siya ng mga hustlers sa billiards, parang sa kanya ano na, eh, hindi na sa kanya gano'n kabigat, 'di ba? Nung
Oo.
pagtanda niya na parang sa
That's
iba
true.
ano, eh, na medyo may nerves pa, sa kanya siguro ano na lang 'to, eh, parang katuwaan na lang, gano'n.
Oo, tama ka dun. Sa tingin ko it also plays with mentality din. Parang parang nahirapan na ako ay napagdaanan ko na 'tong ganitong klaseng hirap na shot. So, tsaka meron siya, hindi siya I believe parang ano, sa dami-dami niya ng ginawa yun, sa tingin ko hindi lang pure luck yun, eh. Skill talaga, may skill talaga yun. Kasi 'di ba 'pag
Kasama yun.
'pag binabanda mo yung bola, siyempre iba na yung ano nun, trajectory nun. Sa ibang side na ng bola tatama yun. So, for him to think that type of possibility on a
High pressure
yung
situation.
kakaibang atmosphere,
Mm.
tapos tapos siyempre 'di ba, gusto mong manalo, 'di ba, added pressure din nun na gusto mong manalo. I guess dun yung magiging talagang ano, magandang moment para na itira yung ano na yun, na gano'ng
Pero
klaseng shot.
parang 'pag ikaw kasi 'di ba, kahit sabihin na nating maiisip mo yun during tournament tapos yan
Mhm.
12-12 puwede kang matalo 'pag nagkamali ka, 'di ba? Maiisip mo ba na
Totoo.
siyempre ano kasi 'no, human nature, eh, na dun tayo sa safe lang, eh, 'di ba? Safe na shots
Tama.
kumbaga. Eh, siya,
I
sige,
agree.
try natin baka baka tumama. Eh, tumatama naman.
Totoo.
Grabe yung creativity din kasi ano, 'di ba? Parang
Totoo
naalala
yan.
ko din yung pinanood natin yung kay Lee Sedol versus, AlphaGo yung sa AI. 'Di ba nagulat
Mhm.
din sila, tingin nila hindi nagme-make sense yung mga moves nung ano, nung computer, nung AI. Kaya naalala ko lang din dito kay Efren kasi ayun nga, parang may nakikita talaga siyang anggulo na ano, eh, kakaiba, eh, hindi natin ine-expect, eh.
Oo, saka yung ano,
Mm.
hindi ko alam kung nakapaglaro naman na siguro kayo ng billiards 'di ba, ng pool. May ano
Yeah.
yan, eh, merong iba-ibang spin, eh, sa cue ball, eh. So, yung precision saka yung
Oo.
accuracy 'di ba, ng tira niya,
Mm.
talagang ano, high level, eh. Kasi ako nga lang,
Totoo.
'di ba, diretso straight na yung tira, ta's nasasablay mo pa, hindi pa pumapasok.
Oo, totoo yun.
Ano pa yung pababandahin mo ng ilang sides, 'di ba?
Tama.
Oo.
Maano yun,
Yung
mag-iiba
straight
yung
shot na lang, eh, 'di ba? Straight shot na lang, oh, pumapasok, ang hirap na ipasok nun. Yung sa kanya wala, sige. Parang wala lang, eh. Hindi, gano'n naman talaga, eh, 'pag master of, his craft. Um, 'pag pinanood mo parang ang dali-dali gawin, 'di ba? Pero in reality 'pag
Mhm.
tinry mo ng gawin mahirap pala, mahirap talaga siya. Pero sa kanya he made it look easy, eh, kasi after nun tawa lang siya, ngiti lang, akala mo sinuwerte lang, 'di ba? Pero intentional yun.
Hmm.
Maniniwala ka ba na lucky lang siya sa mga tira niya na gano'n? Ha?
Exactly.
Hindi niya naman ititira yun na hindi niya intention na gawin yung mga yun, eh. Ibig sabihin nakita niya na yung mga
Kaya nga.
shots, nakita niya na yung angles, bago niya gawin yun. Kasi kasama yung mind game sa ano, eh, sa billiards, eh.
Talagang ano siya, advance yung level niya sa ano, sa era niya talaga.
Sana
Mm.
nga 'di ba 'no, ako hopefully sa generation na 'to, magkaroon tayo ulit ng mga ganyang mga athletes na 'pag pinanood mo nananalo, 'di ba? Yung talagang inaabangan mo 'pag nandun
Mhm.
sila, nananalo. Well, si Alex Ayala, on the rise, on becoming one of those. Pero not until maging number 1 siya, Grand Slam siya or what. Hindi pa, eh, wala pa sa gano'ng level ni Pacquiao and Efren Bata, eh. Ito kasi si Efren Bata
Mhm.
saka si Pacquiao talagang parang hindi lang hindi lang sila nanalo eh. They dominated their respective sports eh, 'di ba?
Ano eh, laging ano eh, makikita mo talaga yung there's level into the shit,
Yung
parang ganun lagi
alam
yung
mo yung
dating ano.
alam mo yung gap, 'pag nakikita mo sila maglaro, yung gap from them kay Pacquiao saka dun kay Efren Bata versus dun sa kalaban, nakikita mo yung gap eh, 'di ba? May mga talo rin naman si Efren Bata, si Pacquiao din, 'di ba? May mga talo din laban. Pero 'pag nakikita mo yung mga panalo nila, kita mo yung layo ng ano nila eh, ng skill level eh versus dun sa opponents eh. Na i-ano mo na,
agree.
parang 'pag naglaro sila ilista mo na, sigurado yan panalo. Wag ka na magdalawang isip.
Kaya nga.
'Di ba? Eh, ngayon ewan ko, parang wala masyado na eh, 'no? Wala masyado ng tayong napapanood na Filipino athletes eh, na ganun yung ano mo, ganun yung aabangan mo. Hopefully si Alex maging congratulations din pala kay Alex Ayala, you know? Nag-aura farming lang sa SEA Games.
Grabe mismatch
Gold
talaga
medal
yun.
'yun.
Uy, pero ano
Gold medal.
I also appreciate si Alex kasi kahit na hindi na siya dito sa Philippines nakatira, sa Spain na siya, 'di ba? Nakatira talaga. Napanood ko yung interview niya eh, na as much as she can, nanonood din siya ng mga Tagalog na movies, babasa siya ng mga Tagalog na libro para hindi mawala sa kanya yung ano, yung pagsasalita ng pagiging ng Tagalog. Kasi siyempre nasa ibang bansa ka, 'di ba? Let's say nasa Spain siya. Siyempre ang gagamitin mo na language is either Spanish or English, 'di ba? Pero siya talagang mahal
Tsaka
niya
ano
naman
eh,
ang Pilipinas, in fairness.
Tsaka ano siya, na active din sa ano, sa social media,
Social
very
media.
Gen Z, 'di ba? Kasi importante din kasi yung gano'n, yung parang accessible yung athlete para mas marami siyang ma-inspire din na ano,
Yes.
'di ba, mga tennis potential ano, tennis legends, ganyan. Nag-ano ba, naglaro ba si Efren sa SEA Games ngayon or hindi na siya qualified?
Di ko alam, hindi yata siya
Parang
naglaro.
wala eh, parang wala yatang ano,
I don't think so.
Wala
walang
na, hindi na ako narinig.
walang sport na ano, nilagay ang Thailand
Okey.
doon, wala sila. Hindi, for
Pagpahingahin na
sure
natin
meron
yung
'yan,
ano,
meron tayong kilalang
pagpahingahin na natin si Efren. Kahit sabihin
Oo,
na nating
speaking
may
of
game pa
Efren
rin si
pala, ulit
Efren
pala,
eh.
merong tournament na nakapangalan sa kanya, Reyes Cup.
Dapat lang.
Tsaka ano, active pa siya. Tingnan mo, mag-explore lang kayo sa YouTube. Nagla-livestream pa ng mga events si ano eh, ng mga matches si Efren. Tas kalaban niya mga ano na, mga bata.
Mga bata na.
Pero siyempre ano eh, parang it's a sport for young people eh, kaya ano, may mga talo na rin si Efren. Pero ano, may nandun pa rin, makikita mo pa rin yung mga ano, mga magician na signature na plays niya.
Na move.
Pero yun, 'pag gusto niyong ano, makita ulit yung mga yung laro niya, meron sa YouTube live stream.
Yeah, I think it's a way of him on ano eh, parang giving back sa mga younger players na ng pool habang naglalaro siya. Kasi siyempre 'pag nakakalaro mo yung legend na ganyan, marami kang matututunan sa kanila eh, 'di ba? Kasi yung ang dami ng competition na pinagdaanan niyan, nasa top na yan eh. So, ibang ano na, iba na yung matututunan mo diyan. Talagang pang-pro na. Parang kaya nga yung mga tawag dito, kaya nga yung ibang players, 'di ba? Gusto nilang maka-work sa NBA, 'di ba? Nung buhay pa si Kobe, nagwo-workout sila with Kobe. Sila Jason Tatum, 'di ba? Ayan, kasi iba yung matututunan mo sa mga legends na yun eh. Kasi they've been there, done that eh, 'di ba?
Mentor level na.
Oo, mentor level na. Kaya yan, hopefully yan,
Si Efren
next
ano
time.
iba eh, parang Gandalf na yung dating ni ano, Efren.
Old wise man na, old wise man.
Old wise man.
Old wise man. Kasi syempre yung hagod niya sa sa billiard. Hindi naman mawawala yan eh kasi yun lang yung parang naalala ko noon eh nung bago pa siya yung sobrang tanda na yung vision niya daw yung nagiging problema niya dahil may time na halos hindi niya na makita yung yung tinitira niya na bola. Yung eyesight syempre one of the most important aspects yan sa billiards eh. Naalala ko tuloy si Steph
Parang
Curry.
na-mention mo.
Si Steph
Okay,
Curry,
si
di ba?
Steph Curry.
Dati nung, 2015, 2016 daw. Malabo daw talaga yung mata niya nun. Pero, lagi pumapasok yung tira, di ba, Tres?
Champion.
May feels din kasi, no? Para na hindi mo talaga ma-explain eh.
Parang wala eh. Pumapasok yung tira eh.
Pero
Parang
ayun
gano'n.
nga. Papasok talaga eh.
Gagawa natin. Pero yun nga, syempre kasama yan yung practice, yung skills, di ba? Doon yun eh. Countless of hours ng paglalaro. Yan, kay Efren Bata, di ba? Countless of hours na paglalaro ng billiards. Simula nung bata siya, hanggang tumanda. Yan, hanggang naging legend siya. Hanggang ngayon. Ito lang si Jordan
Tsaka
lang
nabanggit
talaga
mo kasi yung hagod eh. Yung hagod. Oh, sorry na. Kasi yung naalala ko yung sabi din ni Joe Rogan, yung parang hagod niya daw ni Efren is like compare sa mga ibang pool players na nagre-rely sa power, sa intensity ganyan. Si Efren more on daw talaga eh. Like touches eh.
May
'Di ba?
finesse.
Kaya tingin ko
Finesse.
nag-benefit din sa kanya like pagtanda niya. Kumbaga hindi gano'n ka-taxing yung style niya. So ayun, tingin ko isa din 'yun sa factor but naging competitive pa rin talaga si Efren kahit sa later years niya.
May finesse kasi katulad 'di ba, yung sa L shot.
May
Hindi mo
finesse.
naman madadaan sa power 'yun eh, yung
Oo
L
nga
shot na gano'n eh, 'di ba? Putik pag pinilit mo ng power 'yun, magi-slide mo lamang yung cue ball dun sa pocket eh. Kaya iba yung talaga level ng pagiging athlete ni Efren Bata saka ni Pacquiao. Kasi 'di ba? Who would have thought na magkakaroon tayo yung Pilipinas, who would have thought na magkakaroon tayo ng ganyang mga athletes na sobrang dominant in the global stage, 'di ba? Ng sports, respective sports nila. Halimbawa, si Pacquiao, 'di ba? Sino makakatalo ng record niya? 8 division world champion. Kahit mga
Kaya nga eh.
Americans, wala. Kahit si Floyd, hindi niya magagawa yan eh. Yan. So, anyway.
Madami talaga tayong masasabing praises sa ating billiard legend na si Efren Bata. So sana may next din na Efren. Pero although mas na-appreciate ko din naman yung diversity ng mga playstyles dati. 'Di ba? Sila Earl Strickland, sila Imonen, si Django, 'di ba? Si Django ka-era niya si Efren pero hindi niya naman ginagaya yung style ni Efren Bata. More on
best friend sila
din
nun ni
power din
Django,
si
'di ba?
Django.
Best friend sila ni Django. Alam ko na nanalo rin sila together eh. Yung partner sila.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Partner sila sa game. Nanalo rin sila ng tournament sa
Doubles.
So, parang doubles. So, kasi salitan 'yan, 'di ba? Salitan ng tira. Ayun. Dalawa lang, no? Dalawa lang ba ang natin? Sino pa ba ang parang GOAT ng sports ng Pilipinas besides them?
Nag-champion din. 'Di ba sabi nga ni Tom si Elcano, si Pagulayan.
Yan si Alex Pagulayan.
Di ko lang alam kung anong country ang nirepresent niya noon. I'm not sure kung Canada or Philippines.
Canada,
Canada, 'di ba?
Canada.
Ayun, iba din ang ang style nun eh.
Totoo.
Teka, panoorin natin tong game ni napanood niyo ba yun? Yung game ni Alex?
Hindi. Hindi sa'kin available yan, eh.
Ikaw napanood mo ba?
Ako napanood ko, kaya lang di ko natapos, nakatulog ako, eh.
Panoorin
Kasi
natin yung
nakita ko
highlights.
yung disparity.
Sige, sige.
Wait lang, wait lang.
Seven.
To welcome from the Philippines, Alexander
From the Philippines.
You can see Alex really focused here. And there is her opponent, Mananchaya Sawangkao.
Parang sumali din si Alex. Parang luging-lugi yung kalaban.
The battle for the gold.
Eh, yung highest dyan na ano eh. Highest rank.
Highest ranking ba siya?
It's gonna be just long.
Oh.
Uy, nahabol pa.
Yeah,
Well played
Magaling
here
din.
from Sawangkao. 3 break.
Sawangkao.
Alex having 1 break point. Two break points served.
Reduce pala ito.
30-40.
Maganda pala yung ano, no? Live stream, ano?
Uy.
We're at deuce.
Oh.
Uy, wait lang. Ano nangyari?
Nawala. Hindi, ako yun, ako yun. Ako lang yun. Yan na, yan na. Ayan na. Mabalik na.
Okay, okay.
Ayan.
Well played.
Advantage
Ayala
ko pala yun, no?
getting 4 straight points. It's now advantage Philippines.
Advantage, Ayala. Game, Ayala.
Siya pa yung nakakuha ng game, no?
5 straight points. That's wide.
Love 15. Love 30.
Alex has won 7 straight points. It's now love 30. Thailand saving another break point. That's long. And Ayala breaks early. It's now 2-1 in the opening set. 2-love rather in the opening
Init sa
set.
Thailand, eh, ano?
That's a good point here for Thailand.
Thailand.
Back-to-back solid serves.
Parang di siya sa Thailand naglalaro, no? Sa Pilipinas naglalaro. Dami nung
Kita mo rin talaga yung disparity sa service pa lang eh. Kaya hindi ko na rin natapos eh.
Kapag mo yung ganung play.
3 straight points for Alex.
Pag na-out of possession ka na kasi sa tennis eh, di ba? Ang hirap na iyan.
Yun.
That's well played there by Thailand.
Thailand.
Pumalag naman yung Thailand.
What a blistering backhand there.
Out.
That's wide.
Out.
That's a great serve right down the
Grabe,
key.
serve sa gitna.
We're back to deuce.
Ingay talaga mga Pilipino kahit saan. Ano? Uy, drop.
Excellent time to come up with a drop shot.
3-0 now.
And Ayala consolidates that break. And she now leads 3-love in the opening set.
3 games to love.
Parang exhibition match lang kay Alex eh.
Yeah.
Back to the National Tennis Development Center in Nontaburi. Alex now starting to unload. Love 15.
Mahirap yung kalahan.
Catching
Kaya nga eh.
Mananchaya, wrong-footed again.
Yun yung sinasabi ko na kapag marami ka ng kalaban ng high-level players, diba? Talagang mag-i-improve na mag-i-improve yung game mo eh. Diba? Same kay Alex, diba? Mga Grand Slam champions yung mga nakalaro niya dun sa last season ng tennis, diba? So, grabe yung jump ng skill level.
Ayun, nakwento rin ito. Wala kasi dyan yung yung high ranking na Indonesian player, diba?
Nakalaban yun ng kalaban nung Thailand na yun. Kasi lang nag-retire for health issue. Yun sana yung magandang laban eh.
Pabawi sana si Alex doon, no? Tinalo siya nun.
Oo, tinalo siya doon. Yun naman, highest ranking yun sa kanya. Ng 1 point lang. Ng 1 point.
Mas mataas yung ranking nun sa kanya ng isa. I see.
No, ng isa.
Now the first serve of Alex comes in.
Nakuha lang pala ng isa yun.
Rally.
What an exchange there. And Ayala holds here.
Hindi na kaya niyang abulin.
Under so much duress during her serve. Still, she comes out and takes it. And she now leads 4-1 in set number 1.
Di ba sa Thailand yung mas maraming 7-11 compare sa Japan?
4 games to 1.
Tama ba? Doon ba yun? Grabe, no? Marami pang 7-11 doon.
Out. Ilang set to?
Ganito lang.
Dalawang 2 sets.
Now 30 all. It's break point for the Philippines. Need their support.
Yes.
Good serve.
Pasok.
Out na naman.
Ayala breaks once again.
Oh. Wow.
And now she's got a commanding 5-1 advantage in the opening set. Break points. But mistakes like that will not help Mananchaya. It's now 30 love. It's set point now.
Gilas nanalo ba? Panalo Gilas, di ba?
Nanalo.
Gold sila, gold.
Panalo. Gold.
Taking it early.
Tinanap ko yung Indonesian na player sa Google. Si Janice Tian pala yung...
Janice Tian.
Rank 54. Mas mataas na pala sa kanya ngayon si Alex. 53 si Alex.
Okay.
Si Janice, 54. Magkadikit pa rin sila.
That's out.
Grabe, no?
And the first set will go to the Philippines and Alex Ayala. 6-1.
Ball change, please.
6-1 lang, oh.
Iniwan eh, no? Iniwan eh. 6-1. Gano'n ba gold ng Pilipinas sa SEA Games?
It's now triple break point for the
I
Philippines.
think rank 6 lang yata tayo ngayon sa SEA
Rank
Games.
6 lang. 50 gold medals.
50 gold medals.
And the Philippines on the board.
Yung sa taas natin
quickly
yata,
here.
Malaysia, with 52 gold medal.
Parang rank 6 tayo pero in terms of total medals, mas mataas tayo dun sa rank 5 sa total.
Kasi valuable yung gold na ranking.
Yung gold kasi.
Yun. Oo.
Mananchaya, not
Diyan
even
kasi dito
making
kay
an effort.
Alex, ang bilis mag-shift ng form niya eh. Yung body niya mismo eh. Pag na-anticipate niya na kung saan papunta yung bola, ang bilis mag-shift ng ng form niya.
Kaya nga.
Bata pa kasi eh.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1 Thailand of course kasi home court. 233 gold medals. Indonesia 91, Vietnam 87, Malaysia 57,
The first here
52 Singapore,
for Alex in this
and then
match.
Philippines.
And it's now 40 love.
Singapore pala.
Parang ang totoong number 1 talaga tuwing SEA Games yung number 2 eh. Kasi matic na yung host.
The favorite shot.
So, pero sa total number of medals, pang-apat tayo, pang-apat.
Mas mataas.
Ayos ano?
We're back to deuce. Advantage Philippines once again.
Full game ba yan? Parang full game ah. Tagal ah.
Highlights. 2 sets kasi. Kaya...
Finally,
Nagpalit
Mananchaya
ng damit, no?
breaks. Well,
Nagpalit
actually,
ng damit yung ano.
agree to that, but
Oo nga eh.
See?
Kala ko ibang video na kanina. Wala. Ayan, nag-ano siya, umatras siya doon, no? Back pedal.
bam!
Nakita ko na kasi yung laban niyan eh, yung si Tien tsaka si Alex Tiala. Magaling si Tien yung back pedal na move.
Back pedal.
Magagawa niya ng angle eh.
Alex going to the favorite spot of Mananchaya. Getting a point for herself there.
Uy, nabul pa. Bumalik pa.
Alex says take that.
Grabe,
Call that
no?
out.
Parang slam dunk yun ah.
Dalawang magkasunod na smash.
Advantage. Yala.
Parang pang Prince of Tennis yung save na yun, ha? Tira niya na yun.
Na-save pa eh.
Sure, umpire does.
Oo.
After this game.
Prince of Tennis.
Anime, no?
Ryoma Echizen.
That's out. And
Parang
Ayala breaks
Ryoma
right
Echizen din
back.
yung tura nito na isa.
Despite those poor calls,
Yung Thailand.
she now leads 2-1.
2 games to 1.
Nag-net play.
Net play, ah.
Uy!
Oh, miss hit there from Alex.
Talo siya sa net play.
Back to the serve. 15 all. (30-15). It's now break point for Thailand.
Ano naman?
Thailand.
Yung Thailand, oh.
That's wide.
Sabangkat.
Lakas talaga ng ano eh. Lakas ni Alex.
Going for the winner there is
Si
Alex.
Lang pala dito sa match.
With success. Again, change of pace from Ayala. She won't have to. Third double fault here in this second set alone. And Ayala leads 3-2.
50 love.
15 love.
Hirap i-return yung serve eh.
That stays in. 30 love. Alex now looking to consolidate that break. Both these players have had trouble holding serve here in the second set. (40 love).
Yun yung mga Pilipino.
40 love.
She was actually up 40 love in an earlier service game.
Proud to be Pinoy
Kaka-event
na
din
naman.
daw ng WTA yata sa Pilipinas.
Magkakaroon ng event?
That stays in. That's a miss hit
Anong
here.
event ang plan ng WTA sa
And
Philippines?
Ayala will say thank you very much.
Headline lang kasi nakita ko pero ang pinaplano na daw yan.
Early Christmas gift here.
Gagamitin na naman nila yung ano ng mga Pilipino.
Gamitin nila yung ano, yung tennis court doon sa Baguio, yung pinagawa ni Magalong. Ano daw yun eh. World class din daw.
Yung ang contractor Diskaya.
Dominating rally that time from Ayala.
Di ba? Contractor ng Diskaya eh.
So, tunay na Pinoy yung event dito. Yung mga payong na yung sa gilid. Gusto ko yung parang yung payong na pang Divisoria, yung nandun no, sa gilid. Yung red, blue, red.
Payong ng ano? Payong ng mga fishball bend. No?
Ultramatic yan eh.
Ultramatic
bend.
Dapat ganun yung gamitin, Tom. No?
Para authentic, no? Authentic Pinoy na Pinoy.
Authentic.
Pinas na Pinas talaga yan.
What a passing shot. She needed that one. And we're at deuce.
Deuce. Tigil na. Huh?
Siyempre kasi pagod eh.
Well played once again.
Nutakan na no.
Didn't have to be a really perfect drop shot. Because she knew there's just no way Manansaya could get to this one. Best rally of the match. And it goes to Ayala.
Dama talaga yung power ni Alex. Yung return ng kalaban, laging ano eh.
She now has a commanding 5-2 advantage here.
Ayala leads.
Bigat kasi yun eh.
And when we come back,
yung raketa.
she will be serving for the
Tapos
match
yung pag malakas pa
and
yung
the
palo
gold
ng
medal.
kalaban mo, yung return mo, may iba talaga yung ano.
Yung return niya eh.
Mixed
Still
doubles,
gotta play the
talo sila,
points.
diba? Silver lang ba sila o
Great
bronze?
down the line shot there.
Si Alex saka
Will
yung
bring us to
isang
15 all.
kasama sa mixed doubles.
Bronze
Hindi
lang.
ko napanood yan eh. Mayroon pala. May doubles pala.
May mixed doubles sila.
That's clearly long.
Hindi lang sila naka-gold doon.
That's pure genius. Once again.
30 all.
That's outstanding.
Pagod din eh. Pagod din pag rally na
It's
gano'n.
now championship
Endurance na
point
lang.
Hindi niya
for
kaya
Alex
yung,
Ayala in the
hindi niya kaya
Philippines.
yung mahabang rally.
40-30.
Papagod yung ano
Looking to
yung
pick up
Thailand.
the first gold medal for the Philippines.
Oo.
Yan na.
That's out.
Set match.
Yeah.
And the Philippines picks up another gold medal here in the sport of tennis,
6-1.
courtesy of
Gold
Alex
medal.
Ayala. The result all the Filipino fans were hoping for from the flag bearer of the Philippines in the opening ceremonies.
Oo nga pala, siya pala yung flag bearer.
Yung flag bearer. kasi-
Pressure din yun kapag flag bearer ka.
Usually mga flag bearers natin sila yung mga ano, di ba? Yung mga talagang competitive international league na ano, athletes natin.
Oo. Sure
Kasi
win
ito-
dapat eh pag flag bearer eh.
Si Efren nag-flag bearer din yata siya before, di ba?
Yeah.
I think si Pacquiao
Asian
din.
Games.
I think si Pacquiao din nag-flag bearer. Dapat yung
sa
nilalaban natin
Olympics
si
din yata
Pacquiao,
yun.
no? Sa ano, laban natin sa amateur boxing sa ano. Laban
Oo,
natin
ano
amateur
niya yun?
boxing.
Do-dominate niyan. Naniniwala ako do-dominate niya sa class niya.
Or may rule na gano'n na kapag nag-turn pro ka na, hindi ka na pwedeng mag-amateur.
Actually, may ganun eh. Yung isa-isang gold medal natin from boxing, si Yumer Marshall,
Mm.
nag-pro na siya eh. And then, turn back to amateur.
Pwede.
Pwede. Parang recent lang yan eh. Recent lang yan nangyari eh.
Pwede pala yun.
So,
Akala
yun.
ko once you turn pro, bawal na.
Pero yung case niya, nag-amateur siya, and then nag-pro, and then nag-amateur ulit. Parang lumaban lang sa 4 games, parang
Pwede pala
SEA
yun.
Games, Asian Games.
Buti nakabalik pa si Yumir Marshall no? After nung, yung, alam mo na, yung scandal niya, di ba?
Kaya nga, kinalimutan na.
Ngayon talaga, representative pa rin kasi yan ng Pilipinas.
Anyway, congratulations kay Alex saka sa mga athletes natin sa SEA Games. Pati si EJ Abiena, di ba? Ano rin siya. Naka-gold din siya, di ba? Tama ba?
Oo.
So, dami naman tayo magagaling na
Sensya naman
athletes.
siya naming leader ni Alex.
Isa rin pala yan, magaling na player, si EJ Abiena. Pero hindi niya matalo-talo yung number 1 talaga na
sa pole
Gusto ko rin abangan.
pole vault.
Grabe, din yun eh. Nasa legend level na rin yung number 1 eh.
Oo,
Yung
si
taga
Duplantis.
Switzerland ba yun? Si Duplantis. Grabe yun.
Swedish siya, Swedish.
Nalala ko yun sa
taga-IKEA siya.
Olympics, si Duplantis, yun yung tatry niya lang, di ba? Try ko lang ganito kataas. Tapos nagawa niya eh.
Oo. At saka every time, like every world championship, palagi niyang nire-reset yung kanyang world record. So, yeah, grabe.
Wala, ganun talaga. Pag
Binibit
natapatan
niya
ka ng
lagi yung sarili niyang
malakas
record.
Anyway.
Wala, nataon sa era ni EJ. Ako meron din sana ako papanood eh. Nanday lang to.
Sige lang.
I-send mo pa.
From sports to music. Wait lang, hanapin ko lang.
Maganda rin panoorin yan. Both. Actually, any sport na involving yung Pinoy, napakagandang napakagandang panoorin din eh.
Siyempre, Pinoy pride yun eh.
Yeah, Pinoy pride, totoo yan. Kasi palagi tayong underdog eh. So, di ba? For them to win, parang ganda rin sa eh. Maliban lang kay Pacquiao, syempre, palagi namang most of his, di ba? Fighting na lumalaban siya. Palagi siyang lamado eh.
Nakita ko na naman sa YouTube to sa Diskaya. Nag-British accent.
Ito.
Oo, nakita ko ngayon sa Ay, sorry.
Alam mo, nagjo-joke eh.
Sabi, hindi pinatulan ng ni Austria ba? Yung reporter.
Yeah, professional naman yung reporter na yan. To be
dapat
fair.
British accent na dun no? Sayang.
Kung ako yun talaga.
Okay din naman yung British accent ni Diskaya.
Parang feeling ko kuha niya yung British accent na yan.
Pero kahit na.
Kaya lang ba't niya ginagawa kasi yun?
It's not the time and place to do a British accent.
To do that, To do that, Sabi, anong pangalan mo ulit? Anong pangalan mo?
What's your name?
What's your name?
YouTube short, pare.
Oh.
YouTube short lang yan. I'll start with that video kasi Context lang kasi ano, bago mo i-play. Kasi dati nagfa-follow din ako dati nung ano, nung beatbox, scene.
Hmm.
Kasi una kong nakita 'yan nung college or high school ako, talagang ano, mind blown din ako sa ano, skill nila or talent. Eh, nag-stop ako kasi parang tingin ko, parang ano, walang potential, parang wala ng isasagad pa yung, art form.
Parang same-same
Until,
lang.
recently nakapag-open ako ng itong video na 'to, eto, 'yan. Parang medyo nagbago yung ano, yung opinion ko kasi parang ano na nag-e-elevate pa pala yung mga skills ng ano, beatboxers.
Sige, play natin.
'Yan, 'yan, go.
Dopamine.
Parang tatlong boses, no?
Natawa lang kasi ako diyan, may mga comments na fake daw.
Meron pang ano, no? Yung may ganun na tunog.
Tumataas yung level mo ako, no?
Dopamine.
Galing. Galing, ano?
Para makita natin yung disparity. Ipo-post ko rin yung ano, yung may post process.
Okay.
Sige, wait lang.
Parang tumataas-taas level nung ano, mga gano'n, eh.
Ayan, 'yan. Pero yun, habang ino-open ni Sed, napansin ko kasi yung sounds na pino-produce nung nung ano niya, buhanga niya, grabe. Parang may white noise.
Yun
Oo
nga.
nga,
'Di
eh,
ba
'no?
parang iba-ibang layers,
Oo,
'di ba?
ta's tumataas yung ano, parang lumi-level, tumataas yung level. Galing.
Oo, ta's may
Nasaan dito,
iba-ibang
pre?
ano, daming layers.
Totoo nga, daming layers.
Asan dito yung may post process, sabi mo?
Wait. Ito pala. Nangyari? Nawala.
Ay, sumali pala siya sa ano,
Ito bang
parang
official video?
Yan.
Wait lang.
Dopamine.
Kasi parang ano na rin siya, parang artist, may single na rin siya. Which is, impressive kasi 'di ba, kahit walang lyric.
Siya gumawa nun? Oh?
Yeah.
Parang ano yung saxophone, parang ganun, tunog.
Parang may trumpet, eh.
The
Yung
brain's
trumpet pala.
motivation neurotransmitter. Dopamine.
Hindi naman to, copyrighted.
Eh, no? Yung sound na yun, no?
Baka ma-copyright tayo dito.
Oo nga, no?
Dopamine.
Grabe, no?
Napapa-headbang ako.
May bigla akong naisip. Paano kung yung umihilig siya, yung ganyan, yung ano, no? Yung tunog. Natutulog.
Huminto yung camera mo.
Amin pa.
Dopamine. Dopamine now.
Grabe.
Can you feel it now?
Mundo talaga.
Check it.
Holy shit.
Grabe.
Dopamine.
Ay no, yung patas na patas. Ang galing.
Build up.
Oo, yung build up ng
Uy, tapos na pala.
Halima. Parang ano siya,
Damn.
kaya producer na rin siya, no?
Oo.
Kumain siya ng isang studio. Pwede na rin siya maging producer. Walang equipment.
ayaw na
Pero yun nga,
gumana.
ang catch kasi diyan, ang base dun sa mga nabasa ko, sa mga beatbox competition, hindi pa pala siya nananalo. Like
Talaga?
he, placed second, third, hindi pa pala siya ano, champion. So yun, parang
Ganun
nakita
pa.
ko lang mga opinion dun ano, parang sa Grand Beatbox Battle daw kasi, itong si Wing yung napanood natin, more of a musical beatbox daw kasi siya. Hindi siya parang pang-battle yung piece niya.
I see.
Kaya
Okay,
ayun.
gets. So basically parang mas melodic yung ano niya, yung way ng pagbe-beatbox niya.
May sabihin sana ako na ano, paano kaya kung yung 'pag natutulog siya, humilik siya yung sound na nabubuo sa ano niya 'no?
Yung hilik niya beatbox 'no?
Parang magandang ano yan.
Beatbox eh.
Yung hilik niya beatbox.
Pero talent yun,
Oo men, practice
Talent
din
yun.
yung matinding practice din yun kasi ang hirap i-manipulate ng boses mo to do those eh. Diba? Anyway,
Tama.
actually paano na tayo? Pa-outro na tayo. Ayan. Kasi
Yo.
2 hours na rin. Para makapahinga na rin kayo.
Lupit siguro nun, no? Gawin mo yun sa loob ng ano, ng MRT, 'di ba? Party siguro sa loob ng wagon na yun, no?
Totoo 'no?
Depende
Ang
kung
galing.
hindi mairita sa'yo yung ibang pasahero.
Na-bad trip bigla 'no?
Paano 'no,
Bad
siksikan sa MRT, tapos nag-beatbox yung isa. Tapos nandun ka sa harap nung nagbe-beatbox. Puro laway siguro yung mukha mo nun eh, 'no? Tapos di ka makareklamo.
O kaya maganda sinabayan niya yung ano, yung announcer, approaching Santolan Station in 10 minutes.
Ang galing siguro nun 'no? Yeah.
Pero ano podcaster na
Baka
podcaster
yung
ka
iba
talaga Tong
Okay.
Yung itsura mo today, podcaster na podcaster eh. May malaking headphones, tapos naka-cap, di ba? Podcaster na podcaster ka. Uy, ba't binaliktad mo?
Oo, nung
Okay.
last recording ganun din. Oo.
Anyway,
Wala
sige.
yung bonnet ko kasi tinry ko parang may sakit ako dun sa bonnet kaya wag na lang.
Mag-cap ka din, katulad kito mo. Anyway, yan na yung mga ano namin. And hopefully sa mga viewers namin, you found yung mga videos na pinanood namin na interesting din sa inyo. We'll probably do more of this. Hopefully magkaroon din kami ng session ulit for movie reviews para makabalik kami sa pagre-review ng movie. Maituloy na namin yung movie review ng Matrix. Kasi napakatagal na nakaplano yung Matrix na yan. Hindi namin natutuloy. Pero kasi yun nga medyo time consuming kasi yung movie review dahil ano siya we're doing it a day before ng podcast or several days before ng podcast bago namin pag-usapan. So, yeah, hopefully magkaroon kami ng time even during the holidays. Next week, last weekend na to before Christmas, ano? So, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry
Yeah, I'll make sure na mapopost ko to before Christmas para parang Christmas episode na natin or something. Hindi pala, nawala kasi
Next
sa
Sunday
isip ko
pala, parang
eh.
ano na natin yun, year-ender na.
Oo,
Year-ender na natin.
next week
Wow.
year-ender, bale Rizal. Gamitin ko ulit yung layout natin na before na ginamit ko. Yung ginawa ko before na layout. Yun ulit ang layout natin. Christmas saka Rizal Day, diba? Gamitin natin yung next week. Anong date ba next week? Next weekend.
28. 28 dito.
Yeah, 28. Yan, sakto pare. Year-ender saka Rizal Day. Yan. Ayos. Ibabalik natin yung yung green na layout. Green yun na layout, di ba? Last time. Para Christmas tayo. Christmas and year-ender and Rizal Day. We're going to think about something for the year-ender. We can probably, alam nyo, ganito gawin natin. Pwede tayo manood ng mga, hindi, off recording na lang natin pag-usapan. Pero, ayun. Anyway, yun na yun. Hopefully na-enjoy din ulit ng mga viewers natin yung reaction videos namin sa mga pinanood namin na si Efren Bata, tapos si Alex Ayala. Andun sa beatbox, saglit lang yung sa beatbox, pero hopefully interesting din sa inyo. Ayan. Sa mga athletes natin sa SEA Games, congratulations. Kahit yung mga hindi nanalo ng medals, congratulations pa rin kasi we know how tough it is to be an athlete na Pilipino. Lalo na wala masyadong support from the government na nakukuha yung mga athletes natin, di ba? Pero yan pa rin sila kasi yan yung nila, yan yung passion and talagang gusto nilang gawin na career. So good job sa mga athletes natin sa SEA Games. Hopefully sa Olympics din magkaroon din tayo ng maraming medals. Saan ba yung next na Olympics? Tokyo ba?
Sa
Japan?
LA.
LA. Oh,
Sa
bro, makakapanood ka bro. Baka makita mo dun si Alex, pre. Sa LA.
Sana.
Manood ka, pre. Manood ka, tapos i-video mo, i-post natin sa Manood ka, tapos i-video mo, tapos i-post natin sa channel.
Correspondent pala tayo sa Olympics.
Correspondent yun.
Correspondence, no? Live.
Tapos babawi kami ni Alvin kapag merong maganda dito na bawa may event yung WTA,
meron, diba?
Tapos maglalaro si Alex. Hindi, next time nga. Kami naman ni Alvin ng correspondents. Para may legwork din kaming gagawin. So anyway, ayun na. That's it for us for this week. Pasensya na ulit kung last week wala kaming na-post na full episode, but hopefully na-enjoy nyo yung episode this week, and then next week year-ender special and Rizal Day. Yeah. So again, Merry Christmas sa mga viewers namin. I'll post the full video before Christmas para mapanood nyo rin before Christmas. Yan. Huwag kayo sana masyadong kumain ng marami at huwag kayong ma-high blood masyado sa mga kakainin yung lechon at kung ano pa. For the Noche Buena. Okay. Meron kayong ibang final thoughts before we end the episode?
Tom, anong message mo bago mag-freeze yung camera mo?
Appreciate na naka-join na naman ako ulit dito sa ating podcast. Syempre di ako nakasama last week. Pero na-enjoy ko ganitong klaseng natin approach natin sa podcast natin. Syempre gusto ko rin sana pag-usapan si Pacquiao. Pero ayun, isa na namang legend yung sa pool legend. Magaling talaga si Efren. And sa ating viewers pala, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hintayin niyo yung namin, year-ender namin para sa inyo. And ang daming naganap sa podcast. And syempre, we would like to thank yung talagang nagpapaan ng podcast natin si Alvin tsaka si Cedric. So, yun. Merry Christmas sa inyo. Yan. Yun lang.
Yeah. And yan. So happy holidays sa mga nagtataka kung saan napunta yung Facebook page namin. May naayos lang po namin. Naayos lang po namin. Yeah. Abangan nyo. May babalik po ang aming Facebook page. Yan. Yan. So yun. Yeah. So wrap it up na, Sid.
Yan. So again, Merry Christmas sa mga viewers namin. That's it for us this weekend. Happy holidays. Bye-bye. See you next week.
Okay, bye.